All right, boys, we've got a heap of new listeners listening to the MacPack podcast in the last couple of weeks.
So many.
They're coming down the pipeline hard, that's for sure.
They're absolutely loving it. So there must be a little bit of sharing going on, which
There must be.
we absolutely love.
Oh,
because
of course we do.
listening to a podcast is good.
Yeah, of course.
But listening to a podcast with your mates,
Oh.
you can laugh about the inside jokes.
Inside jokes.
Hell yes. You can have inside jokes about the show. You can talk about how rich Joey is.
That's what you want. So if you can spare a minute, all we're asking you is to share the MacPack podcast with a mate. Just flick a mate a text and go, hey, you might be interested in this, and see what they say.
Of course.
And if you are enjoying the show, make sure that you head to Spotify and give us 5 stars, or head to Apple Podcasts and leave a 5-star review and write a couple of words in there, and we'll be sure to read them out on a future episode of the MacPack podcast. Boys, should we get into it?
Let's do it.
We've been doing some radio down at Radio Fremantle. That's 107.9 FM. And what you're about to hear is what we chatted about there on the weekend.
You can obviously join us live each and every Saturday between 8 to 10 a.m.
But don't worry, because if you missed the episode, you can listen right here in your podcast feed.
Enjoy!
Coming to you live from the studios in Fremantle. The Three Brothers.
I'm feeling fan-freaking-tastic.
Boys! Is this thing on?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Welcome to the best day of the week. It's Saturday.
TGIS.
Turn your radios on. Crank up that dial. Saturdays are for the bro. The weekend's here. You're listening to the MacPack on Radio Fremantle 107.9.
Good morning and welcome to the MacPack on Radio Free. We've got Jake, Joe and Junior Boy in the studio to get your weekend underway. Fellas, how are we?
Stormy weather.
Stormy weather. I am wet AF, which I didn't think I'd be. As I was driving it was a lovely morning. Lovely morning.
Yeah.
I hit the Rockingham Road and Lorde opens up the clouds and rains down upon me.
He really did, didn't he? It was hectic.
It was out of nowhere.
And it was strong. It was very strong. I'm sure it's going to continue for some parts of the rest of the day. But something happened in the car park due to the rain, which is now affecting us on the show.
Not only are we all sitting here pretty soaked, we were only in the rain for the best part of 2 minutes, but it stopped raining now, which is fantastic. But would have been great if that was about 5 minutes ago.
But when we were walking in, mid-rainfall.
Mid-chaos.
Yeah, mid-thunderstorm. I noticed there was something on Jake's back.
What was it?
It was a buzzing bee, Joe.
Bzzz.
But this bee wasn't buzzing. It was simply just sitting on
It
his
was
shoulder.
clinging
blade.
on.
It's more of a survival mechanism.
Yeah, and
It's
then
a
Joe,
passenger.
you just mentioned that bees don't fly in the rain.
They don't fly in the rain. The drops are too big. They'll knock them out.
Oh,
I
really?
learned that from Jerry Seinfeld's Bee movie.
There you go.
I was a little bit fearful at the time because Riley's then had a ping and slapped the bee off my back, and we've immediately just gone, well, we can't see it anymore, so surely it's off my back, right?
Yeah.
No, it's joined us in the studio. It's managed to stay on some form of material, whether it is a bag or a hat or a jumper.
And it's now the fourth coat. I can actually hear it.
Yeah,
You guys hear it?
Yeah, it's currently struggling with the concept of windows. As it...
Poor guy.
We'll take it outside after this.
It's the determined little unit. It's
Yeah.
obviously got somewhere to be.
Yeah, I've got
Part
this
on the
pollen.
pump.
The queen needs it.
Yeah.
So we're very lucky. We've done one whole year with the three of us, and for year 2, we thought we'd bring in
The bee.
the bee. We need an insight. We chatted about ants on the podcast,
Radio Bee Mantle.
and now it's time to chat about bees. Boys, we've got a big show on the cards today.
Yes.
The whistle game returns just after 9 o'clock. Riley has been dominating. The streak is mammoth. You're listening to the MacPack on Radio Freo, but up next, how far? No, we're chatting about chestnuts.
Chestnuts, that's right.
Joey's gone chestnut hunting. Empire of the Sun, walking on a dream. You're listening to the MacPack on Radio Free. You got Jake, Joe, and Junior Boy in the studio to get your weekend underway. And we're currently chatting about chestnuts.
That's right, boys. Chestnuts.
Yes, the
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
So lovely. And this is actually perfect chestnut
Frost
weather.
It is quite. It's a little bit stormy outside.
Yeah.
As my back and my shirt is still sticking to my back.
Yes, we've got lovely stormy weather. There's only one thing that could make this better. Crank up the fire.
Let's get the fire crackling, boys.
That's
lovely.
it.
Oh,
It's very...
Oh, watch the bee. The bee's got in the fire.
Yes, chestnuts. Have you boys tried chestnuts?
No.
Never.
We are going to try them up next. That's right. I
Oh.
brought in none other than fresh chestnuts all the way down from Nanup.
That's huge.
Yes, because when I was down there, we hit up the chestnut farm and we foraged.
Yeah.
We foraged for the
I
chestnuts.
have seen photos
Did
of
you
this.
see the bags, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had these two big sacks.
How many kilos were they?
So each of those bags was 2 kilos.
They were massive, dude. Like they were like the size of a Sharon.
Yes, that was a day's labour.
You looked a bit like you were the next Santa Claus. You were
Yes,
doing-
he loves chestnuts.
and he loves holding the big sack of presents.
Yes, he loves a red sack. And these came in red sacks.
But I feel like the chestnuts, they're really like they're like a movie item. I've never like actually seen anyone consume them or heard about it.
Yeah, because
You know?
so they don't grow in Australia. This is like one of the only chestnut farms in Australia.
Huge.
And I had the pleasure of going down there. I learned all about chestnuts.
Tell me.
And I
dude.
picked them. So
What do you know about chestnuts? that I
chestnuts,
don't?
right? They grow on trees. Can you believe it? Me shocked.
Where did you imagine they were growing? In the ground?
In the ground.
Oh, no, I would have said tree.
So they come in this spiky. It's like a spiky, like flowery kind of plant.
I'm imagining it's like an acorn. Is that like a fair enough assessment for people at home if they're
An
listening
acorn.
along?
No, that's kind of what I thought as well.
But no.
But it's not. So they come in it's like a furry, spiky ball.
Okay.
And you rip that open, and inside there are glorious chestnuts.
A multiple.
Yeah, multiple. So it's like
A
there's
pod.
like 3 usually.
Yeah, okay.
And then what you do is you grab them out, and then if there's a bad one,
Yep.
you toss it because you're like, I'm not paying for a bad one.
Oh, so you have to pay for these things.
Yeah, so it was you pay for the experience
Nice.
Okay.
to go through this lady's trees and steal the
Yeah.
chestnuts.
Right.
Did
It's
you have
good.
any left after you've ran through them all?
Yeah, she's got 800 trees.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She's got her
What
own
a
I
farm.
lie.
think personally, I thought I was doing her a favour.
She's 800
Yeah.
trees.
Because if someone
That's
doesn't...
only one orchard as well. They've got multiple orchards.
Surely if people aren't paying to come pick them up, like they're just falling on the floor and then she has to clean them up. So you're sort of assisting...
Her.
Yeah, so what they do, it's actually interesting. I was telling you, they feed it to pigs. They feed these
Yeah.
pigs chestnuts, and then something bad happens to the pigs, and then apparently they taste good.
right. Maple syrup bacon.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
but chestnuts, it's fascinating stuff. And up next, we're going to try them. So I've got some fresh ones to show you what they are, and then we have some roasted ones that we've made before.
Let's go.
Going to chuck them in the microwave,
Fire up.
and we'll give them a try.
So you've already pre-roasted.
Pre-roasted
Some
them.
ones
yeah,
you prepared
On an
earlier.
open fire.
I've got on an open fire. Yes,
Jack Frost
yes.
nipping
Jack
in
Frost
your
is nipping in my nose.
Let's go.
We're going to try them up next.
I'm intrigued. Having never tasted chestnuts, I don't know what to expect.
Me neither.
I'm also not a brekkie guy, so this could be anything. You're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Free. You're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Free. We got Jake, Joe, and Junior Boy in the studio. A lot going on in the studio at the minute. Joe's doing a little bit of I'd say it's cooking, but it's more just heating.
Heating, yeah. I did bring the air fryer. I was going to roast these ones.
You brought
but
the air fryer.
I brought Kira's air fryer, but there was a lot going on in the morning with the rain and stuff. So,
So the air fryer's in your car.
It's still in the car,
Okay,
yeah.
so if you're looking to steal an air fryer, head down to Radio Free. Joey's got at least one in the back of his car.
a lot was going on, and that's why you always got to be prepared. I got these ones I prepared earlier, but
Nice,
these are the
dude.
ones. This is a full. We're talking about chestnuts.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously,
You
it was
went
one
to
of
the
the
farm last week.
Yes, it's one of the main radio topics. So I thought everyone would be. They're on chestnuts again. So this is what a real chestnut looks like. So these were soaked overnight.
Okay. Why are
Lovely.
they soaked? Can I touch?
Before we
Yep,
get into it, we do play a little segment on the podcast, and it's rare that this segment in particular, because it needs a fair bit of prep,
Yeah.
comes
does.
onto the Radio Fremantle studios. It is called Jake Tries. Basically, we just try new foods for the first time ever, and it goes like this.
This is Jake Tries. Not in his life has he ever had this food. All the world will stop to watch Jake try.
The concept is pretty simple. I don't have a grandioso range of foods that I've eaten over the journey. So, like, you could basically bring any. I reckon you could bring nearly anything.
could have brought
into this-
peanut.
Yeah, and it would be a Jake Tries.
I use this to make the butter.
I am excited to see how this goes.
So this
Joey.
is what a chestnut
Do I have to eat this?
is. No, not that. So that's in its shell.
Do you eat them raw?
I did while I was picking them. I ripped one in half and I had a bite.
And is that like criminal?
It didn't taste good, and that was the first time I tried one.
It's sort of like walking up to a pig and just eating it.
Yeah, having
Just
a bite. Oh.
just biting its back.
Yeah,
and
it's
being
just taking the
this
tail."
This doesn't taste like bacon. Why is that?
Yeah, so I've got the proper chestnuts here. So we basically what you do is you score them, you chuck them in the fire,
Yeah.
as they say.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
And then you let them cool down, obviously, and then you try them. And I was shocked with how they tasted. I was imagining like a hazelnut.
Positively, or
It was nice. It just wasn't what I was expecting. So we're each going to take a little.
Okay.
I'm going to take the smallest one there.
Yeah.
So am I right in thinking you never really eat them? Like you've brought some raw dogs in
Smells
there.
a bit strange.
Do you eat the raw dog? Are we eating this? This is massive.
Don't
Normally
smell
for
it.
just
Jake,
have a bite. Yeah.
normally for Jake tries, I eat something like half the size of my fingernail.
All right, we're ripping in our first.
I've got an empty coffee cup to spit it into.
Cool. Where's that bee? I might just eat that.
The first. So, what do you think they're going to taste like? What did you imagine? Based on the song and all that.
I would say
Comforting, cozy.
Yeah, sort of just like a nut. Like,
Exactly. That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too. The results will shock you.
maybe like a
tastes like a cheeseburger.
yeah.
yeah. Is this steak?
Yeah.
Are we
So
ready?
am I right in thinking you've also got a box of like raw dog ones
Yep,
here?
yep.
Do we ever eat them?
No, we just did
I don't
it.
think. Maybe people do, but
Okay, but you have to
roasted
roast
is-
them.
Yeah.
You got to cook them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay.
Jack Frost has to nip
Nip
at
at
your
your
nose.
nose.
Okay.
The nose nipping is
They look
important.
like pineapple eater.
Might go. What are we going to do? You talk. We'll try. Have you had try one?
Yeah, I tried some
Okay.
fresh out of the fire.
I just still want you to try one after, but we'll try one first, just so somebody
Yeah.
is explaining what's going on.
Okay, cool.
'Cause
They've got.
3 people eating, not the best radio.
All right, they're dipping in.
Cheers.
They're bumping nut and bumping chest.
Oh,
Right, it's gone full in. Jace has done a little nibble.
It's dry. Why is it so dry? It has taken every part of moisture out of my mouth
Well,
while he spatties into a cup.
Yeah, that's not good.
maybe
It's so
Did you think they were good, Joe? Or did you try? and
So
make-
when I first bit it, I was shocked at the taste.
yeah, they suck.
But when I had more, I liked it a bit more. To me, it tasted like
it's a bit like eating an almond for mine.
To me, it tasted kind of like baked potato.
Oh yeah, if you suck, like if the potato was about 800 years old.
Well, maybe I microwaved them a bit too much.
Oh, it's a
Because
chef.
that's
it's
not-
a chef
Okay.
issue.
Well, that's not one of the steps usually.
You're taking-
leave them and then microwave them.
Yeah, true. That I'm interested if Joe goes, no, that tastes terrible.
So they are dry for sure.
That actually sucks.
I don't mind it. We've tried some heinous things on Jake Tries. This is by
Pretty-
no
it doesn't
means.
really
This
tastes like anything.
I
this
was
isn't
just-
even falling in the bottom 3.
I was just
I'm going to finish it.
I was just shocked because, like, the chestnuts roasting on the open fire. It's such an iconic line. I thought, like, this is going to be
Yeah.
a sweet,
Like hot
delicious,
chocolate
Christmassy
almost.
treat.
It's not,
yeah.
Nah, it's not that.
Yeah, it's not. You got like candy canes, like Christmas ham and
Yeah.
chestnuts. It's like,
Nah.
really, do the chestnuts deserve that spot?
We often have like unsalted peanuts at home.
Yeah.
I reckon if you left them out like on the bench for I don't know a
Every
year
year.
or two, you'd have a very similar taste, and then accidentally had someone microwave them.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible.
I'm gonna give that a 1 out of 10.
A 1.
Nah, 7. Like
Yeah,
I didn't
wow.
mind it. That's
I thought
palatable as.
I thought it was pretty good.
Well, we have
It just
eaten
wasn't
some-
what I was expecting.
We have eaten some terrible
Would you
stuff as part of Jake Tries. That's like only the second time anyone's ever spat anything
But
out.
would you go
I think
out
that's
of your
foreign.
way to eat that? Like that would never be. That would be the first and only time I ate a chestnut.
Well, I've got 2 kilos at home, so we're going to get through them.
Love it. Thank you so much for the eye-opening experience, and in Riley's case, the mouth-opening and spitting into a box experience. You're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Freo.
Need is a little good news.
It's our man Shabuzi.
Boys,
All I really need is a little
You're listening to the Mac Back
something bring
on
me
Radio
back to
Freo
the middle.
107.9.
All I really need
Jack
is
Jones Junior Boy
a
this
little.
year. Beyond a weekend underway.
we're asking the question on 047 30 30 880. How far have you gone to eat your favourite food?
And they're already hitting us up on the text line.
already
That
are,
was
yeah.
quick.
One
Hadn't
says-
even finished his sentence.
This one
and
says really far.
Boys, we're living in a world where something is dominating at the moment. Can you guess what it is?
Uber Eats?
Chestnuts roasting on an open.
Close, very close, boys. It is sweet treats.
On a second. Is this what I think it is? Is this a sweet treat? Because it looks like a sweet treat.
Sweet treats are everywhere, boys.
Was that you?
Sweet treat.
No. That was a popular TikTok sound that's going around at the moment. Everybody loves sweet treats.
And this is like someone's like, I've had a rough day, I deserve a sweet treat.
Yeah,
right?
it's
It's
like
a
a
catch-all
comfort.
for anything
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
deserve.
yeah. For some reason, you deserve it.
Yeah,
Whether it
yeah.
be-
You can't just have a sweet treat.
No.
You gotta
You
work.
need, and you
gotta
can't.
work
You don't
for it.
earn it.
Drive up.
You deserve it.
You deserve it. Boys, what's your favourite sweet treat?
Chestnuts roasting.
Other than chestnuts.
That's the driest treat. At the moment, I'm working my way through about 40 kilos of chocolate. So,
Oh, wow. Hey.
with Easter being 2 weeks ago, I think we've gone a bit hard on the old what we received. And I now have a bag. It's about A3 in size. It's
Who did you get this from?
Too big to put in the van. A large percentage I bought myself.
Okay, I was going to say, all I got was one bunny.
I sort of quoted that I wasn't going to get any gifts, and then went to a lot of different events over the time, and then everyone started giving me chocolate, and I was like, this will see me through till Christmas at least. And now we're working through one of the biggest. It doesn't fit in the pantry, it just sits. It's sitting below the kitchen table at the moment.
Blimey.
Boys, I saw a story about some little boy in the US who went very far to get his favourite food. That's right. He got the cops involved, this guy. He got the bloody cops involved. That's how dedicated he is to the sweet treat, Joey. He needed his sweet treat.
And what did he do? How did he get the cops involved?
He called the cops on his mum for not giving him his ice cream.
Boys, 5 years of the pod coming up, so it's time for a performance review.
You bloody betcha, Jake. It's been too long.
It's been too long. Who's the boss? Who's telling us what we're doing?
Well, we don't have bosses here at the MacPack. You are the only stakeholder listening. So we want to throw the thing open to you. We've made a Google form with a few questions in there.
It's anonymous.
It's completely anonymous. So whether that is a good thing or a bad thing, we'll work out after the first few come through. But it does mean no matter what you put in there, we'll never know who put anything in there. We want to hear your favourite things about the pod, your least favourite things about the pod, the things you want more of, the new ideas that you might have.
Yes.
It's all open for you guys.
Link in bio, link in show notes. Hit us up.
Hi.
Oh, it's the police. They came for real. What'd you do?
Did you call the police?
Yeah.
Why? She hate you, or is it because you didn't get ice cream yet?
I didn't get ice cream.
Well, it really
Good
wasn't
answer.
his ice cream. We had 2 ice creams, but I told him I was going to eat it because
What are you
he was not
doing?
listening and he was running around. So I opened my ice cream and I started eating it. He thought it was his. So.
What kind of ice cream was it? White.
White? Vanilla? Let's not take
Not
mom
a
to jail
black
next time, okay?
How
colour.
Oh.
Did she hit you or what? No,
Yeah.
she just didn't give me ice cream.
In America, I do find that the crime is either ghastly serious and they don't get attended to, or they're not serious at all, and it's someone rocking up being like, "Oh yeah, you should give him some ice cream."
But I thought it was so good. This kid really wanted ice cream, so behind his mum's back, when she didn't give it to him, he went to his own room, picked up a phone, and called the cops.
My favourite part about that whole thing was she answers the phone and goes, "Oh, you really came."
You guys don't have anything better to do. And then,
I'm done.
And then she also justifies it. I don't know if you heard that, but she was like, "It was actually my ice cream. There's another one in the freezer for him." And then, there's no need to.
Yeah, you're going away for life.
No need to defend yourself, duh. So we're asking the question on 047 30 30 880. How far have you gone to eat your favourite food?
We love it. You're listening to the MacBack on Radio Freo 107.9. Alex Warren with Ordinary. You're listening to the MacBack on Radio Freo.
Boys, in the last break, we're asking the question, how far have you gone to eat your favourite food? Because this young lad in America got the cops involved.
Ooh.
That's right, when his mum stole his ice cream. I've got a little grab here.
Did you call the police?
Yeah.
Why?
I didn't get ice cream.
What kind of ice cream was it?
White.
White? Vanilla? Let's not take mom to jail next time, okay?
So we asked the question on 047 30 30 880. How far have you gone?
Can you hear? What did you say at the very end there?
I like the bit where they're like, white? Why? She's like, vanilla? You don't even know what flavour it was.
Kid's 4.
Come on, kid. Switch on.
But it's also kind of like, really? You called the cops over vanilla? Like,
You know, even that.
Yeah,
deep,
what
though.
happens if you said hokey pokey? She's like, yeah, fair enough.
yeah.
Bang! So we asked the question on 047 30 30 880. How far have you gone to eat your favourite food? And boys, the text line was popping off.
Love it. You can hit us up on 047 30 30 880. Absolutely any time of day or night.
Chloe said that she tried to flirt with a bartender for a
yeah.
free slice of cheesecake, but she accidentally hit on the manager's wife, so things got a bit awkward. But she still got the cheesecake,
Got the
Joey.
cheesecake, nice.
Still got the
Oh,
cheesecake.
She still got it.
Yeah.
Thrown at her or?
Miko, who's a FIFO worker.
Yes,
Okay.
Miko.
Miko What a name for a FIFO
Miko.
worker. Is every FIFO worker's name Miko?
Ends in an O.
His name's clearly Michael.
It's got to rhyme with FIFO.
He said he snuck a block of Cadbury in his high-vis sock through the airport security.
Are you
You
allowed
can-
to
sure you can just have it.
just walk with it?
There
under
must
your
be
arm?
some rules with where
Yeah,
he's going.
yeah.
I'm not sure, but they found it.
They found it.
He still made the flight, but the chocolate got stopped, boys. Might be a.
What was in the chocolate?
I don't know. Chestnuts.
Give it.
Chestnut chocolate.
But boys, how far did you go to eat your favourite food? You got any stories for me, or should I tell my own?
Ooh. I like the sound of that one.
Boys, I won't name any brands or restaurants here, all right? But there was this burger that we all loved.
Oh.
I won't even name the name of the burger because it might give the place away.
Okay.
We've all heard this story before. Boys, one of the greatest burgers of all time.
Oh, yeah, I do know the one.
Touches the tip of your palate and you're like, get in me. But this one unfortunate night, we were there late and we saw the cleaning process happen.
Yeah.
And we saw one of the old kitchen cooks hop on the grill in his
Yes.
steel cap boots to clean the roof or the
ceiling.
vents
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
the air conditioning.
Yeah, it's just like bottom of steel cap on grill. No good. But the burger was that good.
Yeah, maybe that was the special sauce.
Yeah, that's the
Bit of
secret.
ground.
The secret herb, you know.
Ground
there's-
rubber.
The burger was that good that I had to keep going there. It was that good, boys.
It was that good.
That's
Didn't
how
you also?
far
I
I
thought they
went.
shut down and you went to. They had one in like Mandra or something. didn't
Yeah,
you?
they had a couple.
Did you go
different
there
stores.
to try the burger? One last foray before the health inspector got down there.
I didn't, but God, I wish I did, Joe. The food was that good. And another store recently has been caught doing the same thing. Have you guys heard of that?
Yes, I have,
A
yeah.
Mexican chain, if
Yeah.
you will. No more info on that yet, but I'll still eat there for crying out loud.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with a bit of shoe on grill.
That's it,
People need to
man.
grow up.
Exactly. Boys, have you gone... What lengths have you gone to eat your favourite food?
My favourite treat. Not have gone, but would go.
Oh.
My favourite treat, I think I must have mentioned before, the Fruju Tropical Snow. Been discontinued for nearing on 20 years.
It's a New Zealand product.
Yeah, it is.
Did you went to New Zealand last year?
Yeah, and before I went, because they did a thing where they brought it back a couple of years ago in New Zealand.
Nice.
So I messaged the ice cream makers, Tip Top. I messaged them on Facebook, said, hey, I'm going to New Zealand in 6 months. Any chance of the Fruity Tropical
left
Snow?
over.
And they got back to me like, oh, we don't do that one, but this one's like
Similar.
It's the fruit stack. It's not. It's similar, but it's not the same. It's very different, actually.
You're listening to the Macpac on Radio Free.
Go on, Joey.
A new one from Pete Murray.
An
Yes,
oldie but a
an
goodie.
oldie but a newie.
A newie but an oldie.
It's Better Days would have come out in mid-2000s, but it has been re-released. I'm hearing.
That's right. That was Better Days Pete's version. Following in the footsteps of Taylor Swift, he is taking back the masters to his songs,
Which
which
is-
is doing re-recordings.
Well, the most surprising thing I find about that, specifically that song, is like it is identical to the original. Like every like note and word and like even like the length of words.
Imagine
No,
if
but
you come out.
No, but even
Imagine
like
if you come out with Better Days and you just start singing it different.
it's so good today. It's better. Oh, Pete,
But you know,
your
like
version sucks.
you know when you see an artist live and they go like, "You've seen the better days."
Oh, a bit
Yeah,
more
yeah,
confident.
yeah.
Faith, my hand.
Even when we were fortunate enough to see him live last year,
Yeah.
the acoustic version in front of the crowd was pretty cool because it went on a bit like he's trying to get the crowd involved.
Yeah, yeah.
And it finished up a bit not too dissimilar to how we finished that break then, but
Everyone's having
he's
a
like,
crack.
"All right, everyone, sing it with me, and you guys do the Better Days bit," and everyone's just like, "Seen Better Days," and then he's like, "No, no, no," and then like there was just like a bit of cool.
But
But
they
would have been
always-
cool to include in that.
they always change it up, and I'm like, you know what? Fair enough, because like that was one take. Oh, well, it was probably a couple takes, but like they've just like that's one time that
He's
they've
done
sung
it.
the
Yeah,
song.
yeah, and that becomes the official
So it
version.
is hard to do it the exact same every time. But that they must really try to get the like distance of the words the exact same every time.
Yeah, and even like different guitars sound different.
Yeah.
So like You need to get the right one.
He has played the same song for over 20 years. I think he's pretty familiar with when the cadence of the words need to come in.
And if you are a big Pete fan, he's doing his solo acoustic tour, which I'm excited for. I hear the rest of his band isn't so chuffed about.
So does that mean he's just coming by himself?
Yeah.
It was funny. We saw him live, and it was Pete Murray, and I just assumed it was going to be that. And there was like 4 other middle-aged blokes up there just killing it.
Yeah,
I was like, who are these blokes? Like,
they get a shout out at one song. Yeah. And then I love that when they get the shout out and they're like, they all do their little solo bit. And he's like, all right. The show's Pete.
People paid for the name of the door.
Speaking of new songs, we've got the long-awaited new Lorde track. That's right.
Yeah. I am Lorde. Yeah. Lorde, come in, Lorde.
This does sound different.
That is Lorde when she featured on South Park, and it was revealed that Lorde is none other than Randy's dad. Oh no, Carl's dad, Randy.
Okay.
It was a Lorde parody.
Wow.
But Lorde has, of course,
South Park hitting the ball out of the park again.
Yeah, and they got Sia to actually sing as Lorde in that episode.
What?
Why didn't they just get Lorde?
Well, they were parodying. They thought she might not think it's funny. She did. It was all good.
She's New Zealand. They love a bit of humor.
They love a bit of humor.
Great sense of humor over there. Bring back the fruit juice.
That was so funny, bro. I'm feeling a fruit juice. Can I get a fruit juice?
It would be funny if she sung in a full New Zealand accent.
Oh, true. Because you wouldn't know she's New Zealand. Like, not many people have accents when they sing.
Yeah, they sing in the music accent.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
But yes, Lorde has dropped her new track, which I haven't listened to yet. I've been saving.
Really?
Yeah, I've been
So
avoiding
we're all
it.
hear it together.
Yes.
Hopefully there's no expletives.
I've checked that. I checked that, of course. Yeah, there's a lot. Get your ears ready because Lorde becomes a sailor's mouth, a potty mouth. Yeah,
My lady.
but yes, Lorde. Obviously, she's been making music since she was 16. Wow. When she first downloaded her beats for royals off Pirate Bay.
Really?
Huh? Yeah, she got all the
She
beats
went hard
illegally.
for
Yeah.
Good on her.
Good on her. Yeah, and we've got a new song. A new album is coming out. It's called Virgin.
You'll relate to that one.
Yeah. This one is...
Joey's version.
Yeah, Virgin. Joey's. But this one is What Was That? The brand new Lorde coming from across the Dutch.
Love it very much. We got the quiz. Oh, not the quiz. Sorry, the game. The whistle game is coming up next. But for the moment, as Joey mentioned, we're going to spin Lorde's new track. This is What Was That? You're listening to the Mac Pack on Radio Freo 107.9. Dua Lipa with these walls. You're listening to the Mac Pack on Radio Freo 107.9. You got Jake, Joe, and Junior Boy in the studio to get your weekend underway. And boys, it is game time.
Oh, yes.
This is the whistle game. The whistle game is quite simple, quite easy to do for you boys at least. I whistle some tunes and you boys have to suss if you can work out what the songs I'm whistling are.
That's huge, dude. It's going to be a good one.
Clean the palate, lads.
Yeah, with this song.
Because it's easy when he tells you the song. You don't know now, the game hasn't begun. You can feel it coming through his throat.
I'll whistle
while we work it out.
Game is simple. I whistle, you boys try and work
while
out
we work it out.
the tune.
That's right.
How many we got?
The scores are currently 8 to me, 4 to Joe, and 4 to Jake.
Riley, we just worked out in the break. Riley's on at least a 6-win streak across the
Haven't
games.
hosted a game in a month and a half.
Which
Blimey.
is, it's honestly like one of the only tasks you have to do here at radio.
Yeah,
is organise the
yeah.
game. So to not have to do it for 6 weeks.
He's been cruising along.
That's honestly like the best thing ever.
Cool.
All right.
Here we go.
We're going to get things sorted.
Why you got your notepad out, Joey?
To think.
This isn't a text-in job. This is a
This is a yell out the name of the song.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds good.
We've only got 3 songs today. I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
The game is just so hard for the host because you got to remember how the song goes. But not only that, you then have to immediately delete it from your mind.
Yeah.
It is proper. I need some mental song sorbet.
Do you want us to give you some time?
Okay, we got one in my mind. We're just gonna go. Here we go.
Riley, September, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh, Joe, we need you to win.
is good.
I can't fathom that.
Earth, Wind and Fire as well. Did you know that they sung that
Of
song?
course they knew those songs.
It's a cool name. Earth, Wind and Fire.
What I'm noticing, even though Joe's the only one here that can play a musical instrument, like you bashed the drum for a bit, I'd picked up a guitar and strum. Joe can play piano at least. Yeah? Anything else?
Yeah, I can play piano. Yeah. It's hard because obviously, like, with perfect pitch, things need to be that because I know exactly what notes it is.
So it's actually like a
What's his
negative
best out of?
3.
Oh,
so
wow.
if you get
So one
this,
more,
it's sort of over.
It is hard
Red
because
Rover.
there's, an infinite amount of songs.
But every time we play a game that involves a song, whistle game, he's yet to win the rewind rhythm.
The rewind one I find very challenging. Yeah. Don't do that one next week.
And then we do a whistle game, and Joe's sitting there like, I got no idea. I don't know.
It's just hard because there's so many songs. And I'm like, what does this one
So
sound
he
like?
got it after like 3 seconds. He's like, September, Earth, Fire, Wind. No worries. Same
Earth, Wind, Fire. Come on, dude.
All right, next up.
Oh, Joe, that is
Please, God.
Hey Driver, Zach Brown.
That's a new one.
Good, Joey.
A song that I only hear when we're here.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to put it through the filter. You got to put it through the filter of songs that Jake knows. So there's about 10.
It's just the best of Shabuzi next week. Yeah. Well done, Joey. A nice new one. I thought we've got to mix them up.
Scores a level.
We can't just keep going to the old ones.
We've gone to
will
game
run up.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, the winner, whoever gets this correct, wins the game. I've definitely got a horse in the race. So come on, Joey.
He's going to mute my earphones.
Riley, do you mind? Oh, we just got an issue. Just duck out for a sec. We'll see if we can get this one fixed. All right, number 3. Hope you're all playing along at home. This one wins it.
Riley, Love Generation. Let's go.
Oh.
From Jamaica to the world.
Jamaica to the world.
It's just wins for Junior Boy at the moment. That is number 7 on the trot.
Do you want me to host next week? I feel bad for you guys.
It might be worth a quick host.
Yeah, someone else can get a point.
We'll see how we go.
You can't win. Watch him win the hosting.
Yeah.
A nil-all draw means Riley wins next
The
week.
scores are 9 to me, 4 to both of you.
Yeah, that's huge. We started so well. Like, we led by a mammoth margin.
Although, last year Riley had a big lead and
Choked it at the end. Joe came through
clawing
clutch.
back. What I do like about this tune, not only is it like just an absolute bangerang,
Yeah.
there's a genuine whistle section. as part of that.
and yet you went with the
Yeah, well,
what is
I
that?
think it's fitting that we whistled a bit together.
Come on. Yeah.
You're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Free. Good neighbours with Ripples. You're listening to the Mac Back on Radio Freo. Joey and I off to see them in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and that'll be the time good neighbours become good friends.
Absolutely. We are talking about neighbours to some degree now because I don't know if you boys saw during the week, lads. I've got a little video here for you. This took place at the university, on the grounds of the University of Southern California.
Oh, Cali.
Oh, yeah, our
we
neighbours.
are talking about the best house party memories of your life after this took place in a backyard at the University of South California.
Oh, this is sick.
The All-American Rejects
They performed a show.
have played in a backyard at one of the houses owned or being rented at by one of the USC college students. Dumped in the back,
Yeah.
performed a full live set. Apparently it is as part of their promotional tour to promote their new single.
And dare I say, it's working.
But what a way to go about it. It's a fun way. Rather than sitting at a radio station, for example, or doing a press junket, just go, you know what? Let's just launch in with our demographic.
Oh, it sounds so good.
This is a band.
Like, imagine being there, firstly, but also me watching this. Yeah, you get a bit of tingles. I've never been to America, let alone to anywhere, or know anyone that works or goes to USC. But God, I wish I did at the moment.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I wonder if the cops came.
Very impressive stuff. You got to love it. The team at USC, well done for organising. All-American Rejects, well done on actually...
I wonder how much you have to pay them. Or is there like a connection there? Do you reckon they know?
It's got to be a connection.
The front man.
I don't know.
Well, because it sounds like they organised it.
Sounds like they're
to promote their thing.
It would have been a partnership deal, yeah. I don't think they just rock it. Imagine that. Imagine they just start unloading
They're at your
the
house.
van and they're just like, hey, man, do you mind if we just play out here?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
There is a friend of mine who... Oh, not a friend of mine, but I know of people in Perth... through the grapevine, they had a 21st a few years ago.
Yeah.
Panau came and played in the backyard.
Oh, Panau.
You know
Hey
Panau?
now, hey, what is it called? Go bang, go bang. Them.
Yes, go bang, go bang.
That's huge. Panau.
And that did a very similar run on the socials. As well.
socials,
What do we think about All American Rejects? Just dominate.
that
I've
must be
sort of
illegal,
forgotten
right?
they were making music.
Yeah, I thought they were...
I just know them from that track.
That one, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. The cops have to have shown up there. I've seen cops rock up at house parties for much less.
Much less, yeah. Hopefully the neighbours liked it.
We are now asking the question, what are your best house party memories? Because I don't think anyone could beat that.
No.
But we would love to hear, like, from an organisational standpoint, very well done.
Yep.
But they don't have to be organised. We want to hear rogue stories, but memories that you hold on forever. You're listening to the Mac Pack on Radio Freo. My favourite duo at the minute, Shabuzi Miles Smith with Blink Twice. You're listening to the Mac Pack on Radio Freo 107.9. Inject those boys into my veins. They just don't miss.
Really.
Speaking of people who don't miss, All-American Rejects dominating in the space. They attended a USC backyard.
Backyard.
Basically turned it into a bit of a party.
They played a live set at the back of a house party in Los Angeles.
Yeah, just dominate.
Is that where USC is?
Yeah, California, yeah.
Yeah, University of State,
Mate,
California.
say it with confidence and no one will doubt you. They were dominating. It did look like, it's hard to tell who's having more time. Is it the boys performing or is it the crowd?
I think it was a guy getting crowd surfed.
There was a few people getting crowd surfed throughout. It seems like that's a great night. And they didn't just come for one song. Like, this is obviously the big hit. But if you go, you just chuck it into the Google machine, you'll see a bunch of tracks. Everyone's loving, not a phone in sight. But everyone is absolutely loving it. I have massive props to them. We are asking the question now, what are the best house party memories that you lads have and people at home have?
I went to a great Halloween party.
Oh, Jay!
Yes, that's right. I finally cracked the invite list. Yeah. I didn't realise Halloween parties were a thing.
You didn't realise parties were a thing.
Well, I would just trick or treat alone. And then
to sneak in.
Yes, but yeah, I got invited to a party. We were having a great time. Everyone was dressed up.
Yep.
We were out the back, pretty big backyard.
Okay.
And one of our friends was DJing. He was a guy who went to the same high school as us. He was hitting the DJ set. He was absolutely killing it. Yeah, it was Panau. It was Avicii. And then we were absolutely getting lit out the back. So much fun, just dancing, boogieing, Halloween tunes.
Very nice.
And then all of a sudden, big sirens, big cop sirens, a lot of that stuff going on. Turns out at the front, there was a bit of a different party going on. Involved people beating each other up.
No.
So the house party was broken up. There was a full, like a cop car that I'd never seen before, like a big
SWAT car.
like a SWAT kind of thing.
Yeah, with a canine.
Yeah, they were like, everyone needs to like leave within like 100, like a
Seconds.
1K radius.
All right.
Like, and then we're like, can we get an Uber? Like, you need to leave.
Get out now.
Yeah, so we had to like walk.
That's not what parties are for.
No.
Parties are for
For
celebrating.
dancing,
For
not
good
fighting
times.
and dare I say cops.
Allegedly, a few of my mates and I were fortunate enough to get wind of a party. Many
wind.
moons ago.
Copped wind.
It was
Someone passed wind.
Past wind of a party.
and we ended up heading there. No, it was a few of us may have been invited, a few of us may not have been invited. But
a couple plus ones on the door. Come on.
plus one. What's a plus five? If you're letting plus ones in, we're letting a plus five in. It was a great night.
What was the
no
event?
one was more shocked about our attendance than the lovely lady who was hosting the party.
The event was balls. Kick-ons.
It was like an after party
after
like a pretty formal setup.
Nice.
We went in, had a great time, and everyone was very welcoming. Because when you do sort of arrive at a party
You gate crash.
that like 2 hours earlier, no one knew you were arriving at, including yourself or the host. You're sort of imagining you might be met with a little bit of conflict.
Resistance?
Oh, yeah, a bit of pushback.
None of that. It was just like, arms wide open.
you guys
There
are
is
here.
room for you guys. You bought some drinks. You're bloody self-sufficient.
The more the
Enjoy.
merrier.
Absolutely enjoy. The party, they loved us so. They must have loved us so much because at the party, it obviously finished up. It came to not an abrupt end. It just like it came to its natural end.
Yeah.
And somehow we were still
5
like
a.m.
we were like we were still the last ones there. Like,
Of course. Last to enter, last to leave.
yeah, it's like we just got here 4 hours ago, and then obviously didn't have a way to get home.
No.
And the host's father was kind enough to take us on a bit of a journey and took us like half the way home.
Had you met the man before?
No, never. But he was the loveliest guy. Absolute.
Did he know
superstar.
you weren't invited?
I think we may have.
Mentioned
Not when he'd offered to take us home, but midway through the drive because he goes, "And how did you guys have? Like, you guys have a good night at the ball and everything? Or you guys enjoy yourself?" And we were like, "Yeah, absolutely."
A couple years ago.
Yeah, it was such a good event. Feels like ages ago, but yeah, no, it was such a good time. But he was an absolute gem.
That's
Turns
so
out,
nice.
Mum went on to work with the lady whose house I crashed.
Oh,
And whose party it was, and
Nice.
that was the first thing that sort of come up and got them chatting. So
Yeah, cool.
there you go, bringing people
together.
Crash a party, and you'll bring people together.
yeah, that's exactly right.
They need a common enemy.
But yeah, lovely family, lovely setup, lovely memories to share forever.
House parties are the best.
They absolutely are. You are listening to the Mac Pack on Radio Freo 107 point. Florence and the Machines. Never actually seen the Machines, but I guess it's a bit like Pete Murray. Pete Murray and the Instrumentals.
Yeah.
You've never seen Murray.
Yeah, only.
You are listening to the Mac Pack on Radio Freo 107.9. We're just about to hand over to the wonderful team at World Football. Boys, what have we got planned for the rest of the weekend?
Nothing planned today. Probably just watch the Pies game. I don't think there's anything big on that I'm forgetting about. Just the Pies game, I think. I don't think I have anything else
Now
I
that
need
you
to do
do
today.
mention it. Oh, yes, true.
No,
That's-
nothing. I don't think if you forgot anything today, you could get fined for it.
No, for sure, yeah. If you were just like went about your day like a normal Saturday, I think you'd be...
You'd be sweet
Yeah.
ass. Up the mighty Pies.
Yes.
Versus the bloody kitty
The Cats, and we're top of the ladder. Dare I say.
Little pussycats. Oh, I hope they don't smash us.
It'll be a good game.
And then the
nonetheless.
Docks Pies next Thursday.
Yes,
night.
the Docs are coming in hot after their
couldn't-
7-point half.
They couldn't be in better, Nick.
Yes.
I saw a lot of people on the socials overnight basically saying they're not coming to the game. Any Freo supporters have basically gone,
Oh, wow.
not
We're done,
worth,
yeah.
not worth the trip. Some guy said I'm looking for 2 tickets. And one guy said, wouldn't bother. I'm like, what are you looking for?
I'll tell you the scoreline
Yeah.
now. A lot to not much. A lot to not much.
But, you know, Freo, obviously, we're Radio Freo.
We are.
Oh, yeah.
I think they can back it in.
They're stallions.
Yeah. I think this is the lull. And,
The calm before the
the
storm.
calm before Flag Mantle
They need to shake
comes
it
in
out.
full fruition.
That's it.
Well, hopefully they wait one more week and come to fruition in a couple.
See how we go.
Good show today, lads. I quite enjoyed that.
Yes.
That was good.
I'm nervous about the fact that this bloke may not ever lose a game ever again.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be mate.
He's taking himself out of the rotation, taking a knee,
That's it.
and going, I'll host a
I'll
game
host.
purely out of pity.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure if he loses late in the year,
Oh, he'll ring
that
this
will
one
come
up.
back
Yeah.
to bite us quite drastically.
That's huge. Nah,
Massive.
boys, it's a good game series we got going on. Things are competitive. It's still early days. We're still in the first 5 months of the year. Things could go either way toward the latter half.
Talking us up.
Yeah.
Come on, boys.
Come on,
lift.
guys. Don't give up.
You're only a month and a bit behind.
Lift, lads, lift.
If you put it like that, you actually are a month of games behind. You need to win a month worth of games to catch up.
Each as well.
Each,
Yeah,
yeah. That's right. This time in a month, one of us will be sitting with the crown, I'm sure.
Oh, huge is true.
Boys, it has been an absolute pleasure. Until we do this same time, same place next week. Stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to
Go give your mum a hug.
it's for now, but not forever.
Thank you so much for listening to yet another week of us on Radio Fremantle or 107.9.
As you heard, there's a lot of participation
Or participation.
from the listeners. So if you want to get involved with the show next week or any week after that, make sure you listen in live and hit us up on the Instagram DMs.
Slide into them DMs.
Yes, and if you want to listen to the show with all the music as well, tune in at 107.9, 8 to 10 every Saturday.
G'day, guys. Hope you're enjoying the podcast.
As always.
We're about to be enjoying the podcast anyway.
yeah.
If you are enjoying the pod, make sure to send it to a friend. And excitingly, there's a brand new feature.
New feature alert.
On Spotify, which is that little feedback box.
The box. We love a little box.
And on the on each of the episodes, you can plug away a bit of feedback for the show. So you can literally say basically give us some feedback specific to the show that you just listened to, the episode you just listened to. No matter what episode you're up to, ping us in that feedback, and then you can that feedback will then feature for other people who are catching up or they're listening to the episodes. They will see that as well, and most importantly, we like to see it. So if you can share it with your friends and write a few little words in the box, it would mean the absolute world to us.